Hi. So I'm sitting in my car and I just noticed on my rearview mirror here, on the back side of it, there's a little thing. What is that for? Oh, I bet I know what it's for. I bet it's for when you automatically you program garage door openers. I bet that's the thing that sends it out. So anyway, coming to you from the car today. I hope that you're all having a great day today. I've had already some really interesting things this morning that have been really fun. One, Wordle. Have you all started playing that game? I got Wordle on the first one today. I never do that. I do love the game. It's a brilliant game, and it gives me something to look forward to every morning or every afternoon whenever I decide to log in. And so today I got on the first one, which then I thought, there's been a lot of intuition studies, and I thought, I wonder if, do we have that intuition? There's been intuition studies with, people in a heart coherent state. And when they're in a coherent state, they're able to better guess what's going to show up on the computer screen next, whether it's going to be funny or whatever studies they've done. And it's been fascinating. So of course it made me wonder about intuition. So to set a little bit of foundation about what this whole HeartMath thing is. So this is my definition. This is not a HeartMath definition. So HeartMath Institute is based in Boulder Creek, California. They've been in operation for more than 30 years, and they set out to study this is my word, the wisdom of the heart, back before there was technology to do any biofeedback or anything like that. And so they've learned through the decades so many fascinating, amazing things about a coherent state of the heart, a coherent state in the body, and how do we get our systems into a coherent state. So anyway, we'll continue to talk about that more later. But the first time I ever heard about HeartMath was when I was in certification at the Academy for Coaching with Horses. And we had a picture in our book, in our training, and it was I'll post it on here. I'll put it on here as a post. It was a picture of a human and a human, and all around them was this electromagnetic field. And it showed these two humans standing a distance apart, but their electromagnetic fields were on top of each other. Well, and so then that was my first introduction to HeartMath, and I thought, wow, that's really fascinating. And also we studied that, we learned that because in horses have a much larger heart than we do, so their electromagnetic field is much larger than ours. So if you're ever around horses, and I love to do this as an activity where we play red light, green light, that's what I call it. But if you're ever around horses and you just notice them and you start moving a little bit closer to them, not in a vicious way, but just kind of moving towards them. Notice when they notice you. When an ear turns, when a tail swishes, maybe when an eye goes to you, you will know when they notice you. And that is the moment that you're entering or in their energetic field. So anyway, our heart creates electromagnetic field. We do know that. I think most people do know that. And so the tools and the equipment that we have now can measure it. It's purported to go out for infinity, our electromagnetic field. But it can be measured. The electromagnetic field of our heart can be measured up to 3 feet around us in all directions. Up, down, back. So it's like this big bubble around us of our electromagnetic field. Our brain also produces electricity, and that can be measured 1 inch from our brains. So when I learned that was pretty profound for me, because I I've always had that feeling of, I've always said, I just feel in my heart, it doesn't feel right, or my gut, or my heart, I don't know, I would always go, doesn't quite feel right. So the heart is super duper powerful. We know that. And then we also have learned that the electromagnetic field, I was going to hold up my cell phone, but I'm recording on it. The cell phone uses electromagnetic fields as well to send and receive energy. So if our heart is creating that same electromagnetic field, what is the information that's sent out and brought in on our heart's electromagnetic field? And what we've learned with HeartMath is that the emotional state of a person, whether it's if you're feeling angry or frustrated, or love or appreciation or gratitude, that goes out. I'm going to give you an example. Have you ever walked into a room and you're like, whoa, there was just a fight in here? Or have you ever been sitting in your office and your boss walks in and you know just from them walking through the door what kind of a day you all are going to have? Or you're in a cafe or in a restaurant or in a quiet library. This is one I used to think about, a quiet library or a coffee shop that's real quiet, or even bustling, and you feel like somebody's looking at you and you turn and they are. That's your electromagnetic field picking up that information. Seriously. So this is what's really cool, a cool foundation for all that we're going to talk about heart and love is everywhere, because constantly we're sending and receiving information in our own electromagnetic field. And so if you're sitting close by someone else, they're doing the same thing. If you see, here's one more example before today ends. And I look over there because sometimes there's horses over there. If you ever see a herd of horses and there's 10 or 15 horses, their electromagnetic fields, their hearts are about, let me think. Our hearts weigh about just less than a pound. Theirs weighs about 7 to 8 pounds on average. The largest horse heart ever measured was Secretariat, and his was 12. But so you figure an 8 pound heart. Ours is 1 pound. So if our electromagnetic field can be measured 3 feet, and their heart is 8 times larger, so that's what, 8 times 3, 24 feet, 24 to 30 feet. So their electromagnetic field is huge. Their personal bubble, whatever we want to call it. A lot of people call it personal space bubble. So when horses are in a herd together out in the field, and they're just grazing like they do, they return to grazing. That's their natural state, calm grazing. And one of the horses senses danger. They all move as one and they run. And they're not sitting there saying, hey, Charlie, did you see that coyote over there? I think he's going to come get, they don't say, hey, Gabe, hey, gratitude. All these horses, they don't talk like we do. They simply run. And that's how the communication is done. It's through the electromagnetic field. They become one herd. They become one field. They become one electromagnetic field, energetic field, and they move together. So that's what's kind of fascinating about our hearts. So electromagnetic field, if you have questions, which you may, pop them down below and I'll answer them in the next one. But this is a foundation that we'll come back to later. So when I talk about activating love, that's what I'm working on sending out. Not in an intentional way, but I'd much rather, if I have fear in me, I know that fear is being sent out from my body if I walk around in a scared state. If I walk around in a state of gratitude and appreciation, that also is being sent out. And other people can pick it up. And I'll share a really cool study with you tomorrow on a couple studies about that. So I hope you all have a wonderful day. And I invite you to simply notice the energetic fields of other people, or of other things if you're around people today, or just contemplate. Hope you all have a great day. Mwah!